Today, I'm going to show you how to use the sauna blanket and how to get the most of it. We'll cover all the essentials from what to wear, tips for before, during, and after your sessions, different protocols for different goals, and so much more. Let's start with what's in the box. Here you'll find a sauna blanket, of course, with the remote control and the manual. Now, setting this up is actually super simple. First is to find a safe, heat-resistant surface to lay it out on. Your bed, couch, or even a carpeted floor works great, but you'll want to skip anything leather, waterbeds, or thick duvets. Basically any material that can trap heat. Also, make sure not to rest anything on top of the blanket when in use. Once you've found your spot, just plug it in and connect the remote. Before you jump in, let's talk about pre-sauna prep. If you're like me, you like your sauna sessions to start off hot right off the bat. And a few minutes of preheating makes all the difference. On normal days, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes is enough. But on colder winter days, what I like to do is I like to crank up the temperature to the max for about 20 minutes. And then right before getting in, I set it to my preferred setting. Next up is clothing. What should you wear? Well, loose, breathable clothing works best, as well as wool socks. But for me personally, I like to use the towel inserts that I got with a HeatPod. It's much more comfortable than wearing all of this, saves me a ton of time in the laundry, and it makes cleaning the blanket way easier. Hydration is also super important, so make sure you drink plenty of water before your session and keep it nearby. You'll be surprised by how much you'll sweat in just one session. Now that you're all set, it's time to get into the sauna blanket. I like to keep the heat in, so I open it just enough so that I can slide in. Then once I've got my settings just right, I zip it up using these handy inner zippers. Another cool thing about the HeatPod is it has these magnetic clasps along the top, which helps seal in the heat and keep out any cold drafts. And if you want that extra bit of comfort, I definitely suggest getting a pillow and footrest. Some sauna blankets come with an extra pillow so you don't have to think about straining your neck or adding an extra thing to wash. The HeatPod also comes with this footrest, which can be placed under the knees, the ankles, or at the base of the blanket like this to take the weight of the blanket off my toes. So if you're new to this whole sauna thing, I would start slow and low. Try around 145 degrees for about 10 minutes. Over time, as your body gets used to the heat, you can gradually increase the temperature and length of your session. From my experience, going up by about 10 Fahrenheit or extending my stay by 5 to 10 minutes every week worked really well. But for regular sauna users, later on in the video, we'll cover some expert-backed sauna protocols you can follow for specific health benefits. So stick around for that. Once you're in, the only thing that's left to do is relax. Meditate, listen to music, watch a show, or just zone out. If at any point it gets too intense, you can always open the blanket for some air, lower the temperature, or just end your session early. Don't worry, you will build up your tolerance over time naturally. When you're done, take your time getting out. You've just subjected your body to a workout, so don't rush. Now's the perfect time to rehydrate. You've lost a lot of fluids and you need to grab a water or some electrolytes and drink up. In most cases, the blanket takes about 15 minutes to cool, giving you the perfect window to tidy up. You can start by disconnecting the remote and unplugging it from the power source. Because I'm using the towel insert, cleanup is really easy. Just a quick wipe down and you're good. But if you want a deeper clean, you can do a first wipe down with a damp cloth and a little soap, and then a second wipe with just a damp cloth to pick up any soap residue. You'll also want to leave the blanket spread out to air dry to prevent any moisture buildup. Then once it's completely dry and cooled down, just fold it up, pack it away in the storage bag, and it's all set for your next session. If you're feeling extra icky from all the sweat, it's totally fine to hop in the shower, but I usually like to let my heart rate and body temperature go down first. Now, if you've been using the blanket regularly and have built up your heat tolerance, you can start incorporating sauna protocols tailored to specific benefits. And today, we're covering the ones that I found really helpful: general health, cardio health, growth hormones, and sleep. For overall health, regular sessions in the HeatPod can help by triggering heat shock proteins, which support cellular repair and longevity. Aim for about an hour a week at 176 Fahrenheit or higher, split into 2 to 3 sessions. If you're looking to improve heart health, shorter but more frequent sessions are the way to go. Use the same temperature range for 5 to 20 minutes, anywhere from 3 to 7 times per week. For those who want to improve muscle growth and bone strength, there's a more intense protocol for significantly increasing HGH levels. This involves 4 rounds of 30-minute sessions with 5 to 10-minute breaks in between. It's a lot, but you only need to do it once a week, and ideally in a semi-fasted state. And if better sleep is your goal, timing is what really matters. A quick 15-minute session about an hour before bed at a comfortable temperature helps the body naturally wind down. For me, that sweet spot is around 120 to 140 Fahrenheit, just warm enough for me to break a sweat while still feeling loose and relaxed.
At the end of the day, sauna blankets are all about comfort and consistency. That's why you got it, right? So whether you're using it for performance, recovery, health, or just as your me time.
For me, the sleep protocol has become my favorite way to end the day. After a long day of work, errands, and just life, there's nothing better than coming home, slipping into my HeatPod, and letting it do its thing. I love that I can sauna without worrying about overheating my face or dealing with dry, frizzy hair afterwards. By the time I'm done, I'm so relaxed that falling asleep feels effortless.
That's pretty much everything you need to know to get started. Let me know how your first session goes in the comments and which protocol you're most excited to try. See you in the next one.